All right, today we're jumping into a pretty bold claim. Can an AI really master the wild, chaotic world of the crypto market? We're going to take a deep dive inside one project, CFGI, that says its AI bot is doing just that, consistently outsmarting human traders. So let's break it all down. Okay, so we all know the crypto market, right? It's all over the place, super volatile, and it's driven by emotion just as much as it is by the fundamentals. But what if you could just take all of that emotion out of the equation? Imagine an AI that can crunch millions of data points without ever feeling fear or greed. That's the big promise here, you know? The idea that AI can spot patterns that we humans miss and execute trades with perfect discipline. Let's see if this project actually pulls it off. So the project we're digging into is called the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, or just CFGI for short. And yep, they've built an entire automated system designed to do exactly what we were just talking about, using artificial intelligence to navigate and trade the crypto markets. Now, this is a really important point. CFGI isn't just hooking up to some standard off-the-shelf data feed. No, they're actually building their own data solutions from the ground up. And what that tells you is that they believe the secret sauce isn't just having a smart algorithm, it's about the unique quality of the information you feed it. All right, so let's meet the star of the show. The brains of the whole operation is an AI trading bot they've developed in-house, and her name is Maeve. Maeve is the one doing all the heavy lifting, analyzing the data, executing the trades, and working around the clock without ever getting tired or emotional. And here it is. This is the big headline number they're putting out there, a 91% win rate. Now, just to put that into perspective for you, most of the best human traders out there are happy if they hit a win rate of, say, 50 or 60%. So 91, that is wildly high. It's exceptional, for sure, but it also makes you want to ask, what's the full story? Let's get some more context. Okay, so if we look a little closer, that 91% win rate comes from over 600 executed trades. So we're not talking about a fluke based on just a handful of attempts. And the returns are pretty solid too, reportedly averaging around 3 to 4% APR each month. It's really that combination, that super high win rate plus consistent returns, that makes this performance profile so compelling. But here's the thing, right? An AI bot, no matter how smart, can't just exist in a vacuum. It's only as good as the system that's around it. So Maeve's reported success relies on this whole wider ecosystem that CFGI has built to support and fine-tune her decisions. Let's peel back the layers and see how it all works. And this really gets to the heart of their whole technical argument. You've heard the saying, garbage in, garbage out, right? Well, that is especially true for AI. The quality of its decisions is completely dependent on the quality of its data. CFGI claims their big advantage comes from feeding Maeve refined data. Think of it like this. They're cleaning, structuring, and prioritizing all the information, basically filtering out all the noise and junk to give the AI the clearest possible signal. So, okay, how does this all function as a crypto project? Well, the key to the entire ecosystem is their token, the CFGI token. You can think of it as a utility token. Basically, it's your access key. You have to hold it to get in and use the platform and Maeve's trading services. It's a pretty smart model because it directly ties the token's value to how much people actually want to use the AI. And they're not just sitting still either. The technology is always evolving. They're already planning for Maeve 2.0, which sounds like a major upgrade. We're talking more advanced features like trading with leverage and perpetual contracts. You know, the kind of tools that can really amplify your gains, but also come with much higher risks. But what's really interesting is the plan for customizable tuning. That means you'll be able to tweak the AI's strategy to match your own personal risk appetite, which is a huge deal. Okay, let's talk about something that is absolutely crucial in the world of crypto: trust. You can have the most amazing tech on the planet, but if people don't trust you, it's worthless. So, how is CFGI trying to build that credibility? Let's take a look at the human element of the project. The project seems to be pointing to three key signals of their transparency. First off, the team is fully doxxed. Now, that's crypto speak for saying their real-world identities are public. In a space where so many founders are anonymous, that's a pretty big step towards accountability. Second, they've had their code and their practices audited by an outside security firm, Assure DeFi. You know, these are the kinds of steps you take when you want to prove to people that you're the real deal. And check out this number. It really shows their commitment to community. They've hosted 63 weekly events, like discussions on X Spaces. Think about that for a second. That's over a full year of consistent, direct communication with their users every single week. It's a strategy that goes way beyond just building tech. It's about building a loyal, engaged community. But the project's ambitions don't seem to stop at just crypto. Their long-term vision really appears to be about building a bridge over to TradFi, the world of traditional finance. We're talking stock markets, institutional investment firms, the whole nine yards. And the source material points to some pretty huge things on the horizon. There's reported interest from institutional investors, speculation about a potential partnership with a major player in traditional finance, and even some talk of the project eventually going public. I mean, any single one of those moves would be a complete game changer and would dramatically increase the project's scale and impact. So that brings us right back to where we started. We've looked at an AI with a remarkable track record, an ecosystem built on curated data, and a roadmap that's pointing towards traditional finance. So is this the future of trading? A world where algorithms are making all the key decisions? Or are there unforeseen risks and limitations to this whole approach? That's the critical question, as this technology just keeps getting more and more powerful. Thanks for tuning in.